Bring your right knee to chest. We move in your ankle first. Give me 3 rotations each way. A medium pace. Change direction for 3, 2, 1. And then hold the leg there, arms down, bend the knee, and then straighten the leg. Work from the quad. Bend the knee and completely straighten the knee. I don't care if the thigh moves away from you. That's okay. You just want to really bend using the hamstrings and really extend using the quads. And give me 4, and straighten, 3, and straighten, 2, and straighten. Last one, straighten, and then bend the knee and move your hip in circles. Out far to the side and then all the way into the chest. Second repetition. And third repetition. Pelvis obviously stays still. And then 3 reps in opposite direction. And 2. And 1 more. And then guys, here it's time to grab those belts, straps. And we're gently stretching the back of the thigh. It's gonna be moderate stretch. Pull your toes towards you. Again, the belt will be wrapped around the ball of your foot, so you can actually dorsiflex your ankle. So really stretching even through the back of the calf, Achilles tendon. And then from here, very slowly, you'll be taking that right leg across the body, 10, 20 degrees, just enough to feel a slightly different sensation around the thigh. And from here, you're going to take that leg all the way down to the floor, okay? So it's your left hand holding onto the strap, and your right leg goes across the body, and stack your hips, right hip over your left. Twist as far as you can with your right leg long. Just trying to accumulate some effort in the hamstring, time under tension. So again, don't ease off from your hamstring, okay? Yes, we're twisting, but we still want to feel the back of the thigh on stretch. We are slowly coming back up, turning the right leg to ceiling. Maybe use your right hand or both hands now to pull the leg a little bit closer. Just hold it for 3, 2, and 1. You will bend and we're changing legs. So left knee to chest. You can use your hands again. Pull the thigh and we're moving the foot. 3, 2, and then change direction. Another 3. And then let go of the leg, arms down. This is all active in the hip flexors. We're bending the knee and then straighten the leg full. It's like you're trying to push the ceiling away from the floor. Even if it means your leg will go there, that's okay. But you're doing, again, a lot of effort. Making a lot of effort to really keep that thigh as straight as possible or as vertical as possible. 4, and 3, and 2. Notice the lower back will not be collapsing, okay? Your right thigh is pushing down, your tailbone stays on the ground. Just purely movement from the knee and hip. Give me 1 more, and then once you bend the knee, you start circling from that hip. 3. And you're still pushing your right heel down into the mat or into the floor. And then change direction. 3. I'm pushing the head down, I'm pushing the pelvis down, I'm pushing the rib cage down. Kind of keep yourself pinned to the mat. And 1 circle. And this is where we grab the bands or straps again. It could be belts, could be towels, doesn't matter. And again, start wherever you feel comfortable. Low to medium stretch. Again, if you're comfortable, your hand will be holding onto the strap. See how close you can bring that leg comfortably, finding a good sensation in here in the back of the thigh. And the leg goes 10, 20 degrees across the midline. I'm still keeping the pelvis and lower back on the floor. So this is more of a lateral thigh sort of stretch, maybe butt cheek too. Again, slowly start moving deeper into the twist. So the leg goes over to the right, and you will stack your left hip over your right. Upper body resting. Guys, you've got a good twist. And we still, again, maintaining that tension in the hamstring. A couple more breaths, and we'll be slowly returning. So again, brace your belly a little bit. Try bringing your left butt cheek to the ground, and then pull the left leg towards you. Again, you can use both hands, okay? So you're trying to, again, split the thighs. Hold for 3, 2, and then 1. The straps will go. And then bend the knees. We're gonna step right foot between the hands. Left knee comes down to the ground. Rise up. Arms down, shoulders down. If you want more, again, go for this big circular movement and send your arms to the sky. And then lower the arms. And then go again. So we're adding this active element to a stretch. Lower the arms. And then tuck the tailbone and back off. So you're in the 90-90. Arms will open. And we're twisting to the right for 3 pulses. 3, 2, 1. Back to the center. Same thing to the right. 3, 2, 1. Your pelvis, notice, is not moving, right? It's, again, isolation for your thoracic. Back to center and then twist to the right and bring your left upper arm against the thigh. So you're trying to go a little bit deeper into a passive hold. If you want to lift your left knee, go ahead. That depends what you really want to focus more on, balance or simply rotating. You're going to slowly unravel to return to where you came from. Left arm to ceiling and try to find a side stretch. So obliques, left side will be on stretch. Your front foot really solid, leg solid, left knee heavy. Give me one more breath. And then cartwheel the hands to the ground and step back. We're gonna come back to the push-ups. Inhale. Hold the position. Elbows gently bending. 1. Lower the knees if needed, okay? If you feel any discomfort or if you feel it in the upper back, drop the knees. Notice the elbows are pointing backwards and they open slightly. So it's not a T open wide and it's not close to the body. It's like a little arrow that you're creating with the body and upper arms. Give me one more. Then bum goes to ceiling. And then bend your knees. We're stepping left foot between the hands. Drop the right knee. Tap the tailbone. Open your right hip flexor. And maybe that's all you're doing. You can have your hands on the thigh and just hold this. If you want more, you're sending your arms out. Close the ribs. Tug the tailbone as much as you can. And then move from the shoulders and purely from the shoulders. Another one. Reach out and up. And then lower. From here, you're pushing your right knee down so you can back off. Tuck the tailbone. So this is all open. Arms will open sideways. We're turning to the left. For 3, 2, 1, and return. Push your front foot down so your knee's not moving as you're doing the pulsing. return. One more. 3, 2, 1, return. And this is your last one. Over to the left, and your right arm goes across your left thigh. Twist as far as you can. If you want more, tuck the toes under and lift your right knee. And give me another breath. Unravel. Return to neutral position, so you're squaring to the front of the mat. Right arm goes to ceiling, and you're going sideways into lateral flexion of the spine, while we're still holding the stretch in the hip. Couple more breaths. Keep sinking through the pelvis. And then we slowly come back down. Hands to the floor, take a step back. Hips go to ceiling, and we flow into a plank. And from a plank, you will hover your kneecaps. So bend kneecaps, and then immediately go to a squat. Like straight into a plank. Knees bend, sit back, squat. Couple more. Plank. Okay. Always pause in the plank, so you're creating actually this long diagonal line. And last one. And then drop the knees. Wrists will go a little bit wider than shoulders. Pull your right heel to the butt cheek. You keep your back really flat. Okay, so zip your front, almost as if you were doing a curl up or a cat stretch. And you're trying to draw circles with the right knee. Stay really, or I would say pelvis stays really square. So the movement may end up being very small. Hands are wide, and they're pushing down and out to the sides. And then change direction, okay? So you want to work from your butt cheeks and from all the hip rotators. It's really just a circle. Obviously, for those of you who've been doing hip cars for a long time, you're adding this kind of counter rotation here. We have no other way to go here. Okay, give me one more here. And then right leg will stay in the air. You are turning to side kneeling on your left hand and on your left knee. This right leg is going to go into movement again, circular movement. You're really working from both hips now. 3, 2, one more. Open, open, open. Now we're changing direction. 3, in, 2, and give me one more. Okay, this top leg's going to step out to the back of your mat. And we're sinking into mini warrior 2. Okay, so your right foot is pretty much at the back end of your mat. And we're sinking. If you want your hands on the floor, go ahead. If you want your forearm on the thigh and you want to stay a little more upright, go ahead. But wherever you are, you're going to hold passively for a moment. And then we're adding little squeezes, squeezing the thighs back together and going up a little. So your thighs are not just, or your inner thighs are not just stretching, they're also creating contraction. Using the blocks would be fine. Hands on the floor would be fine. All right, 2 breaths. I know it's not the most comfortable position. It's quite challenging. It's quite a low setup, but we're working. 8 little pulses. So squeeze the thighs, back off an inch. And we're going down, up. Push to the front foot. Keep squeezing the thighs and tucking the tailbone as you're going up. So everything sort of returns to center of the body or to center of the gravity. And 3, and 2, and one more. And this time you're going to push all the way so you can return and back onto your side and then straighten your top leg. Draw circles here. We're straight leg. Focus is on the outer hip. 3, 2, and 1. Change direction for 3, 2. And guys, this right leg is going to step into your lizard. So hands go down, pivot on your knee, big step forwards with the right foot. Now, if you've got the bands, or straps. You'll be using them for thigh stretch. If you cannot grab your foot with your hand, okay? Maybe you're staying here though. Maybe this is enough for you. Or you go ahead, you can use the strap, wrap the strap around the foot and then pull. Or if you can grab the foot, then go ahead and try to pull your left heel to the left butt cheek. Lower your pelvis. Again, we're trying to hold here for a few breaths. Breathe through your nose. Okay, use this as a recovery before we go again to a little bit more challenging effort-wise positions and movements. Tug the tailbone even more. Last breath for 2. Remember, whatever setup you're choosing, it should be sustainable. Okay, so it's not like after 2-3 breaths you decide to completely abandon the position. It's better to gradually build up, start very, very low intensity, and then progress. So you're accumulating in time under tension. Now, we will be slowly letting the foot go. Bring the hands down to the ground, and simply you can step back to down dogs. And we're going to flow again. Plank, squat. Okay? Plank and hold. Knees will soften. We're sitting back to the heels. Lengthen the legs into a plank. Pause. Bend the knees, sit back. Plank. Pause. One more. Plank and pause. Knees go down. So right knee will stay on the floor as one of the pillars. Wrists go a little bit wider than shoulders. Look how I'm turning my fingers away from the body. Flatten the spine. Let it curl up. Or think of a cat stretch. Left heel to the butt cheek. And as you're moving your left thigh to ceiling, you're trying to keep your knee as bent as possible. The movement will not be big. Now send your knee to the left. Pull the knee to chest. And we carry on for a few more. And again, as your leg goes up, you need to stop your lower back from collapsing because that's just compensation from a lumbar spine. Your lower back should not be participating at all. Okay, so the lift maybe will be very small, but that's okay. Be precise. And then change direction. Knee to belly. Knee goes to ceiling. Foot to ceiling. Squeeze for left hamstring, left glute. Do your best to keep your hips level throughout. One more. Okay, so here, really thinking of drawing a circle with your left kneecap. A little bit easier than doing actually full cars in terms of movement and direction. Now spin on your right knee. You're going to go into a side kneeling. And your left leg will be really doing similar thing, but now with a little more focus on abduction. 3, 2, and give me one more. And then change direction. Knee goes up, knee goes down. Keep your tailbone long. And one more. You're going to lift that leg, and your left foot's going to step to the back of the mat. So you're up here, squaring to the left side of the mat, and we're sinking. So we again have this open, kind of like a warrior 2 position. Obviously, I'm trying to square to wherever you're looking, right? So it's a really abducted left hip. A good squeeze in the butt cheek. You're gonna sink as low as you can go. Maybe hands on the floor, or maybe up all the way. Again, in terms of position here, you can have your knee above your ankle, or you can go with knee slightly ahead of the ankle. It helps you sink deeper and you'll find a better stretch, okay? That's really up to if the foot is further forwards or not. A couple more breaths. And then we're adding the contraction, okay? So the active stimulus, you've got a little more control over this range of motion. You'll be pushing your front foot down and forwards. Your back knee pushes down and to the center, to the heel. Ready? Tuck the tailbone back up an inch. 8, 7. Again, hands could be here or on the blocks or on the thighs, okay? Arms are up. I'm creating more tension and I'm really trying to do the work on the legs. 4. And 3. And push that knee down. And 1. And you're going to push all the way, okay? So this is where you are, and this is where we're going. Right hand goes to the floor, left leg lifts. We are focusing on the lateral movement. We're gonna draw circles with that left leg. 3, 2, 1, and then change direction for 3, 2, and 1. Hold it. You are turning your upper body towards the ground. You're squaring your hips, and your left foot steps outside your left wrist. And we're trying to, again, positioning ourselves for a lizard with a thigh stretch. Your hips go down. And again, if you're using a strap, then obviously you can wrap the strap around the here or not. Maybe just twist, and maybe you'll be able to grab the foot and pull the heel to the butt cheek. Pushing the knee so you don't feel any sort of nervy discomfort around the cap. And again, start with sort of low, medium intensity of this stretch. Few deep breaths. Stay with me, guys, for just a couple more cycles. And again, transition will be very slow. Okay, so you're first letting go of the foot, but the foot will not just drop. Trying to control the hamstring and slowly let the foot come down through the hands and take a step back.